Hi you guys, it's Amanda with Healthy House on the block, and I'm here with our weekly video and tip on creating an indoor space that truly supports your health and your wellness. And this week we are going to be talking about a mindset shift that you can make in your own home, revolving around the type of products you bring in and just how toxic your house is. So whether you've been creating a healthy home for years, or maybe you're just starting out, you know that there are toxins associated with unhealthy homes and unhealthy spaces, and it's truly a journey, not necessarily an end destination. So for many of us, myself included, we have had to develop some flexibility over creating a healthy home and environment because we've learned that there are just some toxins that are inevitable. There are toxins that we know we will come in contact with, and we know that there are toxins that we may not be able to get out of our spaces. And so when it comes to choosing products, it can be kind of exhausting trying to figure out if we can really get something that's toxin free, or do we have to settle for something that's just low toxin? And what has come to light is there's this idea that if your home is not completely toxin free, it's unhealthy for you. And that mindset is not only kind of exhausting to think about, but it's just not true. We can still have healthy spaces and we can still have environments that support our health and wellness, even if there are some toxins inside. And so I want to give you the tools today to approach it from a good, better, best standpoint and shift some of those mindsets so that it is easier for you to make choices about products coming into your home. So a healthy home is an area or space that is as free from toxins as possible. Now, toxins can range from toxic house dust containing things like formaldehyde to electromagnetic fields in your home. Specifically, a home that is healthy has these things. And for each of these ways that a home is healthy, there are a number of steps that go along with it to make that outcome possible. A healthy home is intended to support your body as it naturally detoxifies the toxins that we come into contact with all the time. You see, an unhealthy home becomes problematic when our bodies just cannot get rid of the toxins we are exposed to fast enough. The toxins at this point will build up in our bodies, sticking around and wreaking havoc until we can detoxify them. But our body naturally detoxifies at a certain pace, and we can't overexpose ourselves and outpace our body. A toxic home and space can cause severe cases of body burden, it can disrupt our hormones, and it can weaken the immune system. So one thing to remember is that a healthy home is subjective. My environment at my house might be healthy to me, and it's going to look different than your house because we all have different needs. The healthy home that you have is going to look entirely different because some of us are maybe extremely sensitive to VOCs, and others of us need to take special care when it comes to preventing mold and mildew because they might have a bigger impact on us. Another thing that families often have to weigh out is the benefit of a toxin-free item and if it will cause financial stress on your budget or your family. Financial stress is toxic to our bodies. And so homes that may choose a lower toxin item rather than toxin free might be doing it for those reasons. It's just like our eating habits. And some families might be really strict about the groceries that they buy and the food that they allow into their home. And some families may be a little bit more flexible. Their flexibility might be for a number of reasons. So no matter what the reason that you might choose to go low toxin or be very strict and be completely toxin free, just know that any step in the low toxin or toxin free direction is going to be beneficial to your home and also to your own health and wellness. So this is where we come to the idea that whatever we bring into our home has to be totally toxin free. And the belief that anything that has a toxin in it is something that we should be worried or scared about is actually a toxic way of thinking in and of itself. So obviously we would strive to reduce toxins as best we can. There's something to be said for being scared of toxins that might be in your space. Toxins are just a part of our world that we live in. And to be honest, they're actually naturally occurring toxins that have been around since the beginning of time. So lead, radon, mercury, these are all examples of heavy metals that have been around for ages. They're toxins that are naturally occurring in the earth around us. However, there's something that we don't necessarily want to bring into our homes because high exposures can be very unhealthy. Believing that we'll be able to eradicate these toxins altogether from our space is probably an unattainable goal, but it is something that we can work towards. The truth is that you can create a low toxin space that may support your body in all the right ways. It's kind of like grocery shopping. The spinach that you bought is still good for you, even if you didn't get the organic spinach. Yes, the organic spinach is probably better for you, but the spinach in and of itself is still going to be healthy for your body. So the good, better, best approach is something that I like to use with my clients. It's one of the ways that we go about choosing things for their home. There's some degree of low toxic living that's right for your family, and you have to know what it is. Not all areas of your home are going to land in this best, completely toxin-free category. So with each item or product or material that you bring into your home, there's usually a toxic option, a slightly better option, which would be good, a mostly toxin-free option, this would be the better, and a totally toxin-free option, which obviously is the best. So for various reasons, you may be able to choose the good option for something in your home. And it could be because of finances. It could be because you're just kind of meeting in the middle with either a contractor or a family member. It could also be that that's really all that's available in the time frame in which you need it. So remember that our choices and our decisions really add up. And oftentimes the things that we do day in and day out make a huge difference in our home. So choosing to go with cotton drapes instead of GOTS certified drapes probably won't make or break the health of your home. It's still a great option. It's not the best, but that's okay. It doesn't mean that your home is an unhealthy home. So a healthy home still has toxins. However, it's just a space that has reduced as many toxins as possible and have reduced big toxins that have huge impacts on our health. A healthy home may also be a home that is getting healthy. We're all on this journey and this change to create a healthier lifestyle, and for most of us, we're also trying to create a healthier home at the same time. But it takes time, and we're constantly learning and we're constantly evolving, and so we just do the best we can. And I want you to remember that any option that even cuts out some toxins from your space is a positive step in the right direction. So while toxins are impossible to avoid altogether, these toxins are important to be aware of and try to reduce in your home wherever possible. So volatile organic compounds are pretty much everywhere, and trying to avoid them can be really difficult. I think the best option is to lower them wherever you can when you're making big purchases in the future. Things like furniture and building materials contain the highest level of VOCs, and so you can make a positive impact on your space with just one single project. House dust contains everything from pesticides to toxins that are in our carpets and our textiles, like PFOAs. So keeping dust out of your house on a regular basis through vacuuming and dusting and wet mopping will keep your home as free from dust as possible. I like to use a dusting mitt and a HEPA filter vacuum on a regular basis to get rid of toxins in our own space. So reducing plastic can feel very overwhelming because plastic is everywhere, but I recommend starting in the kitchen and moving through your home room by room. Getting rid of plastic and replacing it with a toxin-free material like stainless steel or glass can be a great way to get rid of toxins in your home that disrupt your hormones and your endocrine system. And one of the best ways you can keep EMFs out of your space, or at least lower your exposure to them, is to hardwire your computers and devices to the internet rather than using Wi-Fi. Other positive changes you can make are getting rid of dimmer switches and limiting use of the microwave. If you live in an area that has high levels of radon, you will want to have your home tested for radon every 2 to 5 years to ensure that the levels have not changed. Radon is the #1 cause of lung cancer in non-smokers, and it tends to pool in the lower levels of the home. So if you have a sleeping area in your lowest level, or you have a home office in the lowest level, take extra care to test and then mitigate the radon if necessary. So mold has been linked to a number of growing health concerns, and it's incredibly difficult for the body to heal from. So make sure your space is as free from mold as possible by first doing a visual inspection around your home. Check for visible signs of mold in places that can get damp or have high levels of humidity. If you do find mold, the next step may be to have an air test done for mold inside your space. From there, you can hire a company or DIY mold remediation depending on where it is in your home and how much there is. So heavy metals like lead are extremely common in household items, ranging from our cookware to our tiles and our flooring to our plumbing pipes. Be aware of the products you bring into your home and do your best to confirm that they are in fact lead-free. Lead is extremely harmful to children and can delay their development and cause issues with the neurological system. Our bodies don't detoxify lead very well, and so it can stick around and build up in the body relatively quickly. And if there's nothing else that you do on this list, do this one. Stop using synthetic fragrances inside your home wherever you can, removing things that contain added fragrance and remove products that have scent in them. This can range from air fresheners to laundry products to hand soaps. Toxins and fragrances are some of the worst and cause disruption to the endocrine system and hormone system. This disruption has been linked to reproductive issues, thyroid function issues, and a suppressed immune system. So no matter what level of a healthy home your home is, the most important thing is that you're cutting out toxins where you can. We're all working towards a healthier life, and using your home to support your healthy lifestyle is one of the best tools. So as always, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate that you are along for this journey and you're making healthy changes to your home. I hope that you will join me and subscribe to my channel, because I am here every single week with a healthy house tip on creating a space that truly supports your health and your wellness.